Grizzlies versus Jazz. Moran scored 47 points, and they came back in the second half.
You gotta stop.
Moran had an historic performance in game one. The Grizzlies even shocked the Jazz because Donovan Mitchell did not play. And Donovan Mitchell could have played, but they held him out because of his ankle, and he was furious because of that.
Came back, he was on one.
But in game two, he showed everybody why he's this great playoff performer. And to me, watching the Jazz, even though I know Donovan Mitchell had a phenomenal performance, and he is their best player, no doubt about it, I also think that the Jazz kind of showed a little bit that they're not just Donovan Mitchell. You know, even in game one, I think they could have won game one if they weren't shooting so poorly from three. Mm-hmm. But in game two, they started shooting way better from three and actually were shooting like they were in the regular season. And you see that I personally think that they could beat the Memphis Grizzlies without Donovan Mitchell. I really do. It might be a 7-game series, but I think they can do it. I think with Donovan Mitchell, it's a 5-game series or 6. I really don't expect Memphis to win another game, maybe one more, but I don't expect them to win. Remember?
We didn't talk about this.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yep. I said it could go 6.
You probably did. Why you didn't give John Moran some flowers?
I said he dropped 47.
He
was good.
I want a little more than that. I want a little more than that. Nah, I love it, man. The Grizzlies, they're tough. They shocked the world by winning game one. Game two, they fought hard for as long as they could. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell put his stamp on it. He came in and showed why. Like he said, I believe I never thought Rudy Gobert was better than him or on his level. I think Donovan Mitchell was the best player on that team.
He's more impactful, I think.
And John Morant, kudos to him. I've been telling people, a lot of John Morant, this was the series he needed to come in. He needed to show why he was that guy from Memphis. He needed to definitely step up and be that guy. He stepped it up game one. Him and Dylan Brooks put on the show. Game two, he put on the show. This guy is the future for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's their franchise point guard. I think next year he's going to take that big leap. There are people on this pod right now that told me De'Aaron Fox over John Morant. I don't think I'm still standing on the John Morant over Fox. I don't think Fox could do what he's doing right now. He's on one. He's doing something special. But John Morant is going to have John Morant is going to have Memphis in competitive basketball for a very, very long time. But I think Utah. I think this team, like you said, this team has a lot of guys on this team that can get a bucket. This team isn't just Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Joe Ingles. I think Mike Conley. I think this team is really, really good and really set up to make a WCF run. This team can really make some noise. And with the Clippers going down 2-0, maybe Utah can shock the world, beat Dallas. You never know. This is a team that could definitely make some noise. They have Donovan Mitchell, who we know can get it going in the playoffs and can make some noise. Rudy Gobert's down there, so it's gonna be tough. Like I said, I still have Utah in 5. I think they're gonna win. I don't think Memphis gets a game, but I'm just interested to see how John Moran keep going with his performances, how the young guys do, and I'm interested to see how Utah handles the series.
I pretty much agree with both of you. What you said. I mean, I told Riv that I think the series could go 6. I think them winning one at Utah, granted Donovan Mitchell didn't play, it helps them a lot because now they're going home with the series tied 1-1. I think Memphis can take one at their home, but then after that, I don't think they're going to win. I've been impressed with John Moran. I mean, he's been phenomenal this postseason. I got to see how Utah plays games 3 and 4 in Memphis, and I got to see, if Donovan Mitchell's going to have any rust. I know he came back, he shot good, but, you never know. Coming back from an injury that long, it's granted to be some rust, but I think Utah has this series in 6. I also want to say that I think if Jaren Jackson Jr. was healthy all year, I don't think this is an AFC team by any stretch of the means. I think this is a really, really good team.
Where do you think they go though?
I think if JJ was,
I think they go to 6.
Triple J was healthy all year, 6 seed.
Yeah. 6 seed is right there.
I think they could have got 6 seed if Jaren Jackson Jr. and
I think they could have got 5th. It could have been where Portland is right now.
We could all agree that this team on paper,
Portland 6.
Portland 6.
Okay.
Dallas is 5th.
We could all agree that this team on paper doesn't look like an AFC team. They have a very talented team. They got Dylan Brooks, who's been playing well, John Moran, Jonas Valanciunas, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kyle Anderson's no scrub. This is a good team.
I'll say
this is a very
I think
good
on paper,
team.
people probably overlook this team.
I think on paper they still are an 8-seeded team, not because of the talent, because of their age.
Their age.
I think that they are now figuring out how good they are going to be and how good they can be. and they just have to put it all together. I think Jaren Jackson has to take that next step and be an all-star caliber player.
He's missed
John Moran
the whole year.
We know is going to take that next step, but it's really who's going to be that third guy. You know, is it Dillon Brooks? Is Dillon Brooks going to be an all-star? Or is it going to be just a
very good
reliable player? Yeah,
I think
it really just
I can't see Dillon Brooks being an all-star. I think he could be a very good third option.
I can think he can be that. I'm not saying they're going to be them, but that Iggy.
Like, I know as stupid as this sounds, I'm trying to picture him with an all-star jersey on. Like, I can't picture him with an all-star jersey on.
I don't think he'd be an all-star.
I can't picture that. But I think he could be a good third option. I think for this team to take off, Jaren Jackson Jr.'s got to take that step. And that's what I said. I said this year, if they had him, I don't think they're the 8th seed. I think they're anywhere from 6, maybe even 5.
If Jaren Jackson doesn't take a superstar leap, I think they need Dillon Brooks to take an all-star leap. I think with the West being what it is, I think Memphis doesn't have like free agent attraction where anybody's going to go there, so they're going to need guys to really.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think
like just with how good that team is and how young they are?
No, I think like the team, people will look at the team like, oh, I would want to go there, but it's Memphis. Like, I don't think nobody is going to want to go. You know, with LA being here, Dallas has Luka. You know, there's other teams in attraction. Houston's a good spot. People love Houston. San Antonio, the Knicks, like Miami. Like, there's so many teams that people are going to choose over Memphis. I think they have to groom inside, and I believe John Moran's going to take that superstar leap. I think it's the other guys. If somebody is going to take another superstar leap, you need 2 all-stars to even make that WCF finals. You know, talking about that.
What do you think about Valanciunas? I'm not saying he's like
he's like 30, right?
Nah, he's like 28.
Yeah, he's
really?
like 28. Yeah,
I think he's good. Like, he's
good center.
A good pound in the ground. Like, he's strong. You know,
he's good.
Yeah, but I don't think he's
a good
that
center.
guy.
But I want to get back to something that you said, because I don't think Utah would shock the world if they beat Dallas. I think Dallas would shock people if they beat Utah.
Yeah,
I think Utah would shock people if they beat LA in the WCF.
I think the reason why I said that
because I think Utah's better than the Mavericks, right?
I do, but I also think people are gonna put. I think like I'm looking at it from a better perspective. I think people are gonna bank in more on Luka than Utah. That's why I say I think Utah would shock the world. I think people if Dallas beats the Clippers right now, who people think the Clippers would be Utah. I think people are gonna walk in thinking Dallas is the favorites. I know it's 1 seed versus 5. Versus 5, but I think people walk in and think Dallas is the favorites just because of how they beat the Clippers, and I think people will have Utah as an underdog.
I don't think that's the case if Utah with Mitchell in these next 3 games or so dominates Memphis.
I would say that, but if Dallas dominates the Clippers in 2, if they sweep them right now, I think Dallas would be the favorite walking into that series.
I mean, can you see Dallas winning that series?
Yeah, I could see it go either
Dallas
way.
can win that series?
It depends. I think it'll be a good matchup.
Defensively, Utah's just way better than the Clippers.
I don't know.
It's like
they're disciplined. They're more disciplined.
They're just way better defensively.
Is Dallas going to keep hitting at the rate they're going to keep hitting?
Yeah.
That's what the tricky part is for me, because they're hitting at a ridiculous rate.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. The first 2 games have been like ridiculous.
So it's like, are they going to keep hitting at that rate?
They'll come back down to earth.
No defense can really stop how they're hitting. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. is like, people are in his face and he's just hitting the shot regardless.
But it depends. Are they going to come back to? Right now they're shooting 50% from 3.
Are they
going to come back to earth and shoot 40? Because that would be still the best mark in the NBA if they do that.
Even if they,
or would they come back to earth and hit 34%, which they were hitting?
Utah was the best 3-point shooting team, and that's what you guys said, right?
The league. Clippers.
It was the Clippers. Utah was top 3 though, for sure.
Okay, so what was Utah's percentage?
38?
Give or take.
Oh, my guess would be around 38 to 40%.
I would say like 38. But I'm saying like he said, but is Dallas going to come down to earth in the second round? Or in the WCF, like it's like a time thing. Like, when are they gonna come down to earth? Like,
I mean, do you think that like they can keep up those absurd shooting numbers for much longer? I don't.
Bro, I'm watching the game. I'm telling you, bro, everybody.
No, I know they're hitting. Like, Maxi Kleber's hitting.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
Jalen Brunson's hitting.
No, like
I don't know. They're gonna come back down to earth though. They can't.
But then if Utah, I believe if Utah is hitting like that too, then I think they'll beat Dallas.
Yeah,
I think that they'll beat Dallas hands down if they're hitting like that too. It's just
like how they've been hitting all year.
Yeah, like I think they'll beat Dallas. So
it just depends. I mean, on paper, definitely the Clippers. It looks like the matchup better with Luka because of Kawhi and PG. But you look at Utah, their best wing defender is Royce O'Neal and Joe Ingles.
Getting cooked.
And Luka, honestly, I think would dominate both of them. But I do think Utah is more disciplined on defense to where
better team defense.
They're going to.
Yeah, they are a better team.
They're going to. They're going
that's what
to
matters.
Have a better scheme around Luka than what Tyronn Lue has.
And they have Quinn Snyder.
Yeah, that's what matters. Coaching, and they had the better as a unit defensively.
They've been together.
Yeah.
They've been the top 4-3 defense for 4 years.
I would be intrigued to see that series. I'd actually prefer that over the Clippers and Utah series personally. I would like to see a Dallas versus
I want to see Utah. I hope Utah goes far.
Dallas versus Utah would be a great series.
I would like that more than the Clippers versus Utah, in my opinion. That's just me, though.
I just hope Donovan get. I put you on.
No, I didn't.
No, I did put him on.
But I put him on John Moran.
No, you did.
But he put me on Donovan Mitchell.
You gotta
He
stop
definitely did.
lying
Like
with that, bro. Yeah, I put him on Donovan.
He did. He told me at a college, told me to watch his highlights, and then I just like this game.
You a hater.
Nah, you ain't do that, man. You ain't do that. I don't believe JC right now.